Hello, we're back. Look at that. There's a little sun there. So, can I go this way? Ah, see, I can't go that way. That's why there was 2 exits there. So, it looks like they're doing some kind of little Metroid sort of a thing where I have to get something first before I can come back. So, I wonder if I'll come back here later in the game. We only have 3 more levels in this direction. So, curious to see what happens. Also grateful they've actually let me play the game for a while without another freaking cutscene. It was a little crazy there with 10 minutes of cutscenes back to back. Really, really rough. For me, anyway. I'm not really into cutscenes. Like, I'd rather talk to a character here and there to get the story. And then be on my merry way. Grotesque Spider Lady. Alright. So, let's mix it up and talk about something else. Let's talk about something that came up on one of my previous videos where I was complaining about capitalism. And that is, oh wait, Monica's conscious again, so let's grab her. I take it that's a grotesque spider lady? Are you a grotesque spider lady? Yes, you are a grotesque spider lady. Most certainly. Interesting design. Interesting character design. We gotta break these. So in one of the... fox! Oh my gosh. Cool! I like that character design. That feels more like the original. That's a good design. Yeah, Hunter Fox. I like that. So... Now, why they introduced 2 characters, but they only really warn you about one. But the fox is cooler. I would have liked to have known about that one. But anyway. In a comment on one of those videos, I think it was complaining about just the state of games in general. It came up that the reason why gaming companies are doing the dumb things that they're doing is for profit, which of course every business can't exist unless it's making some amount of profit. Like, obviously, if you completely disregard all the stuff about shareholders and CEOs being paid too much, blah, 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 blah. A business still has to make amount of money to be able to pay its workers. Otherwise, it can't work. It can spend all of its money and not walk away with any profit, but you can't run a business if you're not paying people, which is why a lot of companies pay people nothing, but that's besides the point. So yeah, so you have to be making something to at least pay for the next product. So, like, you know, let's say a game costs 10,000 make with, you know, assets and freelancers and your regular employees, and so the next game, each game has to sell for at least 10,000 to pay for the next game. Right? Makes sense. But now we have things like shareholders, who have nothing to do with making the game, but they insist on having a cut, which is just like bananas. Bananas. Some of them are investors, right? So they're putting down their money to like that 5,000 out of the 10,000 that they need. Maybe they take a loan on the initial other 5,000, and there you go. And so the game just has to make 10,000 back to pay for the next one. But now you have this investor who has signed up and given that money for some agreement, and usually the agreement is basically like ownership in the game going forward, the company rather going forward. So like a 5% or 10% share in the gross revenue. Cheese, my favorite item. Collecting cheese in Dark Cloud 1 is a thing I do for no reason. I think it's a silly item. So yeah, so now you put in this, like, these individuals who aren't creators, they're not directors, they're not anything, they're just in it for the monetary value. And so now they want to hire people who are also in it just for the monetary value. And so you're getting further and further away from Like, what a game actually needs. Don't shoot me, man. It's rude. He would have been cooler with legs. I don't know why they didn't give him legs. There's some interesting character design that I don't quite understand in this game. Yeah, so now the more you add in people who actually don't care about the product and only care about the profit, now we're getting to where we are in this time and space with video games, where hiring artists and paying artists to create art is not important. What's important is maximizing what the shareholders get. And to do that, they, make sure that the CEOs have cover to pay themselves a certain amount, and it just becomes this kind of money laundering process, really. And of course, it's not just video games. This is happening in every industry, and it's sort of actually poisoning the, that's bleeding into the video game industry in more recent years. This sort of profiteering mentality has been going on for a long time in every industry, and it's just kind of been getting especially bad recently. And I like to think of it as, we live in a post-Enron world. And I don't know if a lot of people know about that. I'm sure plenty of people know about that, but there's probably plenty of young people who don't remember that being mentioned in, wow. Did I miss the note on them? Because that's a new monster, and there was only one of them. No, don't shoot me! I'm gonna freaking die. Okay, there we go. No. No, you don't. Good grief! I need to go fishing again. So I figured out the reason they announce every time monsters are defeated is because you can't fish until every monster is defeated. So that's what that's about. But yeah, Enron is a whole topic on itself. So I can continue this thought in another episode because this one's going to be getting long. But that's kind of the gist of like the setting the stage for a conversation on why modern games are failing. It has to do with this shift away from creating a product to creating profit rather not profit. So and to some degree it makes sense. You have to make some kind of profit in order to pay for the cost of making the thing. People say you should make art for art, but it's like, yeah, well, sorry, but electricity in the winter and food every other day of the year is still a thing, whether you're an artist or not. You can't just photosynthesize once you decide to, make video games, which is why you should jump on the Patreon. Support indie game development. Anyway, we'll keep talking about this in another game. I didn't really get to even what I was really trying to get to, the meat of the conversation that happened in the comments. But so yeah, jump in the comments for sure, because we have fun talking in there. And I reply to every comment too, by the way. So like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a better week than me. Bye!